Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here, this is Sriparna. Hope all of you are doing great. So we have discussed with you different parts of teaching aptitude for a long time. It includes nature, objectives, characteristics, and the basic requirements of teaching, characteristics of learners, factors, feature, affects the teaching process, and the methods of teaching, teaching support system, evaluation system, and last but not the least, classroom management. So this section evaluates the ability of a candidate to become a successful teacher. So around 5 to 6 questions are asked from teaching aptitude in the UGC Net examination. The difficulty level of these questions vary from time to time. Okay. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check my description box and my first comment where the links are already shared. So now we are going to start new session on the very first chapter, that is teaching aptitude according to the NTA UGC Net syllabus. So today is going to be a second session of the practice question answer session. So if you have any doubts, please check my previous sessions and feel free to ask any questions in my comment section. I will reply you, I promise. Okay, so let's start the session and move on the main slide. So the first question is, teaching in higher education implies there are four options. First one is presenting the information given in the textbook. Second one is asking students, to learn questions in the class and conducting examination. Number 3, helping students prepare for the examination and pass for the examination. And number 4 is helping students to learn. So obviously the most appropriate answer of this question, that is helping students to learn. So teaching in higher education obviously implies or indicates helping students to learn or learning students. Okay, so now move on the next question. Students prefer those teachers who, first one is who dictate notes in the class, who give important questions before examination, who can clear their difficulties regarding subject matter, and number 4 is they are themselves disciplined. So obviously students always prefer those type of teachers who can clear their problems, their difficulties regarding subject matter. So now move on the next question. So here this is the third question, and we can see books can be powerful source of communication provided the content is abstract or illustrative or Hindi, or content is presented through a good point. Sorry, this is good print, I think. Okay, so obviously books can be a powerful source of communication when it provides the illustrative content. So obviously the content is illustrative is most appropriate answer for this question. Okay, so now move on the next question. Good teaching is best reflected by, so, good teaching is reflected by meaningful questions asked by the students, not the attendance of the students, not number of distinctions, not pin drop silence in the class. Obviously, good teaching is best reflected by the meaningful questions asked by the students, and which is the correct answer for this question. So, now going to the next slide. So here we can see fifth question. Okay. So which of the following should be acceptable in class? Incomplete homework, asking too many questions, eating food and snacks during lecture, and playing game during lecture. So obviously, incomplete homework, eating food and snacks during lecture, playing game during lecture should not be acceptable in the classroom. So obviously, asking too many questions is the correct answer for this question, and this behavior should be acceptable. It should be always acceptable in the class. So asking too many questions should be acceptable in the class. So now move on the next question. A new teacher to start with will have to enforce discipline in class, establish rapport with students, cut jokes with the students, and tell the students about his qualification. Obviously, a new teacher to start with will have to establish rapport with the students, not the enforcing discipline, not cutting the jokes with the students, and not telling students about his or her qualification. So these three are not correct answer for this question. So obviously, option number B, establish rapport with students, is the correct answer for this question. A new teacher always to start his or her career with will have to establish a good rapport, good relation with student. Okay, so now move on the next question. So an effective teacher will ensure, so there are four options. First option is cooperation among his students. Fourth one is laissez-faire role. Third one is competition among students. Fourth one is competition or cooperation as the situation demands. Obviously, cooperation, laissez-faire, and competitions, these first three options are not the correct answer for this question. So last one, or option D, is the correct answer for this question. Always an effective teacher will ensure competition and cooperation as the situation demands. Okay, so now move on the next question. So the main aim of the classroom teaching is, so we all know that what do you mean by a classroom teaching, and also what is the main aim, what is the main purpose of this. So first option is to give information, to develop inquiring mind, to develop personality of the students, and to help students pass the examination. So at first we know the main aim of the classroom teaching is uh, to develop inquiring mind. So option number B is the correct answer. So to give only informations, to develop personality of the students, and to help students for passing the examination, so all are wrong, all are the wrong answers for this question. So the main aim of the classroom teaching to develop inquiring mind of the person or students or learner. So now move on the next question. So here we can see the ninth question. So that is, teaching is comfortable or complex activity or boring or financial lucrative. So you all know that among these four options, obviously teaching is complex activity, and which is the correct answer for this question. So now move on the next question. If students don't understand what is taught in the classroom, so teachers should feel, the first option, terribly bored, to explain it in a different way, that he is wasting time, he or she is obviously wasting time, and teacher should feel pity for the students. So obviously, last one is not the correct answer, and third one is also not the correct answer. So the correct answer is to explain it in a different way. So there are teachers have different types of teaching methods, teaching technique, teaching process. So if students don't understand what is taught by teacher in the classroom, Obviously the teacher should feel these that portion, that content, that topic, to explain it in a uh, different way, with with using different types of technologies and teaching aids. Okay, so I think option B is the correct answer for this question. So now move on the next question. So here we can see the best way to react to a wrong question given by a student is, so to scold him for not having learned. Second option is to explain why the answer is wrong. Third one is the ask another students to give the correct answer. Fourth one is to ignore the wrong answer and pass on to the next question. Obviously, the best way of teacher to react to a wrong answer given by a student is to explain why the answer of the question is wrong. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. So now move on the last question of this session. So which of the following should a teacher adopt in a lecture? Which of the following should a teacher adopt in a lecture? So obviously there are four options. First one is precise and low tone. Second one is elongated tone, precise and high tone, and last one is moderate tone. So obviously a teacher should adopt precise and high tone in a lecture. So third one must have, yes, third one is the correct answer. So, learner, we are done for the today's session. Here I haven't discussed the topics in detail because in my channel each and every topic is very well discussed. So, if any of you are missing, then please go and check my first comment and my description box. I hope this session will be a very useful to everyone. So, if you like my session, so please do not forget to like, share, comment, and please do some support and subscribe my channel for getting more useful sessions. I will come again with a new session. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Happy learning.